Now you'll want to sail somewhere rich with plunder.
Have you heard of a place called the Observatory?
Aye. It's an old legend, like El Dorado or the Fountain of Youth.
What have you heard?
It's meant to be a temple or a tomb, hiding a treasure of some kind.
That's it. See here.
Oh, rot. It's fairy stories you prefer to gold, is it?
It's worth more than gold, Thatch. 10,000 times above what we could pull off any Spanish ship.
Robbing the king to pay his porpoise is how we earn our keep here, lad. That ain't a fortune. It's a fantasy.
So it seems Captain Kidd knows of the observatory, saying it's a legend or some such nonsense. But as we know from other games, legends we should take very seriously. So let's see what we can dig up. Heading over to the beach, we can meet with Hornigold and Thatch.
Morning, Kenway.
Not a bad-looking tinderbox you got there.
You sound a bit green, Hornigold. Is it envy? Because mine's bigger than yours.
No, I reckon it's this Jamaican funk. I prefer the Spanish stuff. So, you've got yourself a fancy brig now. Fine. Well, I'm gonna teach you how to sail her right. And how to take a prize the proper way. Thatch, we'll catch you up at the old fishing village.
Aye.
Where's your helmsman, Kenway?
I take pride in piloting my own ships, Ben. Keeps me alert.
Let's make some headway, shall we?
I've no need for schooling. How many prizes did we take together as privateers? There's a prize worth taking.
Good. Take us in close. After you subdue a prize, project authority. Demand respect that you would never give yourself. This weaves a spell over soft minds. For your victims must always have in the back of their minds the uneasy idea that you could snap at any moment and unseam them from prick to stone. Fire what cannons you will, and land strikes if you must. But for God's sake, don't sink. It's no fun fishing cargo out of the sea. Although it can be done. She's disabled now and taking on a decent amount of water. So keep your cannons quiet. Take care not to sink her. Lay up alongside her. Drag them to that dude! Que tengo un buen día, señor. I am Captain Hornigold, and this is my crew. We're sailors like yourselves, but quite unalike in our purpose. For we intend to take all that you own. Yet no harm shall befall any man so long as he remains at ease. Is that clear?
No me mate, señor. Tengo familia. Se lo suplico.
Anyone speak English? Inglés?
Little bit.
Tell your friends we're stealing your goods, and we won't hurt nobody if everyone stays as still as a sandbar. You got that?
Please to repeat.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Lock him in the hold, and take everything that isn't nailed down.
Good job with the Spanish there, Hornigold. What the heck? That's great.
Hold tight, Henderson!
It's a shaky feeling sailing about with this much stolen cargo.
Get used to it. We'll need to take a few more prizes to make this a profitable day.
And like Hornigold said, we gotta sail around and find a few more prizes. So that's exactly what we'll do. Let's set sail. We sail about for a while, looking for what I'd consider a good prize. Unfortunately, it's mostly small vessels. So we can finish off the day with these gentlemen here. And just so we're all aware, for the game's sake and all that, this is all fine and dandy. Most people didn't want to die, and that includes the pirates that took these ships over. They did use violence and intimidation, but for the most part, they didn't kill anybody. They used those tactics to scare people into getting what they needed, and then they left.
Today, Kenway. Half a dozen scores of that size, and you'll be set for a year. Now let's sell this cargo and fix up your jackdaw with a few more trinkets.
Sod it, yeah? I'm looking for a prize that'll set me up for life. I'll be king of the West Indies then.
We came to Nassau to get away from the likes of kings.
Well, I'll be a man of property and promise anyway.
Jesus, let that dream go. Nassau is the place to be, not England.
Do you ever dream of the big score? A ship so full of gold and silver, just split it and sail home.
Sure, but it's only a dream. Every man hopes to find a dozen chests of gold with no owners. They're as rare as an honest king.
And here we are, making it to Salt Key. We're gonna sell our ill-gotten booty and upgrade our ship a little bit. For now, we purchase upgraded hull armor, and the crowd goes wild. Not really sure why, but they do. And they do that every time we do an upgrade. And when they see me get back on the ship, and probably for some other things, they do that a lot.
Not a bad take today. Keep this up and Nassau will be the first city where men and women may live as God made them. Easy and free. All it takes is a few drops of blood, sweat, and a swatch of cloth.
We fly no colours out here, but praise the lack of them. So let the black flag signal nothing but your allegiance to man's natural freedoms. This one's yours. Fly it proud.
I will.
Hand over the docket I lent you. If we're to keep our republic afloat, we'll need guns as well as gold.
That means attacking the Navy.
So long as they're flying King Philip's colors will not offend our own monarch. As you've likely seen, the number of merchants roving these waters is 70 the number of military ships.
Aye, easy purchase, but in small doses.
Right. So to lure the Navy out of hiding, it's best to cause a bit of mischief.
Catch a few small fish to attract the big ones.
That's right. So plunder and pillage as you see, Captain Kenway.
Military class brig on the horizon.
Good eye, man. Are you ready for this, Kenway? Won't go down without an honest fight.
Who's up to taking that brig, lads?
Showtime!
That's a sound I like to hear. Pipe to corners. All hands to cannon.
Careful around the navy. They're as likely to ram you as fire a broadside.
Let's test those powder barrels against them, shall we?
Aye, good thinking.
Let's see that drop down in Cuba. Hey, boys in Cuba. Put it down in Cuba.
Alright, we're gonna have to get past them to test out them fire barrels. See if they work as intended. I have a strong feeling they're gonna try and just avoid them. Maybe I should have been closer. Yeah, should have been just closer. That didn't work out.
Ready to fire, sir! It's all exposed. Take the shot.
Looks like they maybe ran into the island a little bit. Oh, yep, there they come to ram us. Go, go, go! Oh, they hit us. Missed him with the fire barrels. I gotta get better at the fire barrels, I tell you. That was a high shot. Right over the waves. We're gonna damage their sails. Good enough. Should be using chain shot. Go, go, go. Oh, they just missed us. Alright. Oh, that's not gonna be good. Come on, a couple more shots. Okay, sails are down. Come on, one more. They're gonna ram us. Alright, we got them. Last second, right before they rammed us. Metal. Oh, we got a ways to go. Crew members, alright. If we can get these guys with this puckle gun, I don't know if this is a puckle gun, but whatever it is, rail cannon, if you want to call it that. If we can get 10 guys with that, I'd rather just not leave the ship. There we go. Up my crewman out there. Alright, 65 metal. We just need 5 more. See what we got out here. What? Did you see that? What do we got here? There it is. Oh man. A Spanish treasure ship. Oh. Well, there's our metal. Come on. It's so tough. He's such a high level. I don't think... Well, we're gonna try it. Well, we tried it. Oh, that was rough. I think if I would have used a different strategy, I could have lasted for a while longer, but we weren't doing any damage to that ship. It was very slow going. So we'll just skip to the ship that we intended on getting to. Alright, here we are. Took her down. Now we just gotta board it, take the prize, and head on out. Maybe we'll take that one too on our way back. First, we gotta get our medal.
Give him a taste of British steel.
Such a loyalist. King doesn't care about you, man. Something is to be said about loving your country and loyalty and all that, but I don't know. Ooh, should have been watching that. All right. All right, bye. I hope one of them gets killed. He's about to blow, lads. Oh, why is it always the big guys? No, yeah, there we go, suckers. Got him. And after we've completed our task and plundered some other ships, we can sail on back to Salt Key and talk to the local officer. It seems we acquired a bit of a bounty while we were out, and now the bounty hunters are after us. Talking to this officer will hopefully deal with that issue.
Seems you could use a little help disappearing, friend.
While we're here, we can upgrade our cannons and sell our booty.
You're a wonder, Kenway. You've a knack for this kind of work. It ain't work if you love it.
Tosh. But I ain't doing this forever, lads. Only until I get enough coin to buy some land and influence back home.
Jesus, will you listen to your tripe? Still dreaming on about that strumpet back in England when you could have any better you wanted here and now.
Ah, such lofty goals for you gents. And here I thought I was in the company of scoundrels. Fine purchase today. What's the crew's mood?
All smiles and no teeth. And there's a few talking about meeting with Master Kid to steal from a nearby plantation.
Plantation? That's ambitious.
Profitable too, if we can manage it.
Aye. It's a good idea.
I have a feeling that I'm going to be stealing from plantations, and they're going to be part of the background somehow.
Loose mainsails! Down, all sails!
Try to trick them.
Muzzle that duck, my chum!
Before leaving, I had to upgrade our ram, purchase some mortars, and get some heavy shot going. This should help us out quite a bit in the future. Before we leave Salt Key, I should go and collect all the things that I can and get the viewpoints for this island. Salt Key here happens to be a fisherman's village. These are small villages that dot the hundreds of islands of the West Indies, generally made up of just a few shacks. Pirates considered these villages to be safe spots to collude and regroup unhindered. Notable examples are Arroyos, Salt Key Bank, Crooked Island, and Grand Cayman. Next up, we can synchronize with this viewpoint to get a look at beautiful Salt Key. Alright, it's okay. The beaches are nice, the water's nice. I don't know if I'd say beautiful. whilst exploring, we can find a message left in a bottle. Let's take a look at what it says, shall we? Number 3 on the place of my birth. Of the city I called home for nigh 2 decades, I have nothing but fond memories. Boston was a place of great beauty and peace. My father was a cobbler by trade, and my mother kept a modest house as she raised me as best she could, and together we lived along the southern shores near the wharfs that saw the tall ships in their comings and goings, shuttling all manner of good to and from this young colony. I remember being always fascinated by those ships and the promise of adventure they presaged, and it was not for want of distraction or imagination that I spent many a morning sitting upon the docks to watch them enter the harbor from locations afar, or disappear from it, sinking into the horizon as silently as a dream. I wondered then what lay beyond that thin line of azure, and in wondering set the course of my desire. I wished to travel, to discover. So it was from that I knew. From those early days, I would not live out my life in Boston, but would range far and wide, in search of the source of the strange secrets within me. Of that, more shall be writ at another time, but let it be known that I was content for a time, and that I loved my parents very much. Well, that's a nice little note. Anyways, as you can see here, we've discovered everything that we can here on Salt Key, with the exception of that assassination contract, which we will do at another time, mostly because I feel like the dolphins were swimming into the sand. I feel like I shouldn't be doing the assassination contracts until after Edward here becomes an actual assassin. Right now, we're just playing assassin, so we'll see where that leads us. Maybe if he doesn't at all, which I'm pretty sure he's gonna, maybe if he doesn't at all, we'll just do him at the end, but yeah, that's my plan. Alright, now that we're all finished up with Hornigold, we can head over to our next destination, which is this small island ahead of us. We can get off the ship and go ashore. I think what we'll do is get a good look at the island from above. I think I see a good perch. And do a little exploring, collect what we can, and then start the mission. And here we are, getting our bearings, and then we can continue on. While going around, we find ourselves entering a restricted area with a manuscript inside of a chest. These two gentlemen are guarding it. We can take him out. That one seemed to have died with his head up. And there we go. getting our manuscript for the island. Let's go ahead and see what it says. De Gama Diary Extract. Extract from the diary of Vasco da Gama, one likely owner or scholar of the Voynich manuscript, or one of its copies, taken from the collection of Peter Beckford. After we leave, we can see we've missed something in locations. Pirate camps, we must be at one now. Pirates established semi-permanent camps where they could return to repair their ships and divide their spoils. Notable examples are Andreas Island, Corozal, and Il Vace, if I'm pronouncing those right. Is it just me, or do those not pop up for database entries while you're playing? They just are there. Or do I just miss them? I also find some yellow chests. I believe there are some blue ones as well. I don't know the significance of the yellow ones yet, but the blue ones appear to be chests that your friends have found, and then they appear for you as well. So I'm guessing that the yellow ones are the ones that you find that your friends could find also later. While we're here on the island, I decided to upgrade some things for the Jackdaw. That would be the storage and the crew quarters area where they sleep at, so we can hold more crew members, along with our harpoons and round shot. I'm surprised it didn't do that hooray thing when we did it, but it didn't, so cool. Before heading over to the island bar, it tells us that in order to unlock it, we need to beat up the thugs that have possession over it. So first we can threaten them by doing that fist punch thing in our hand. And they can do this whole number. And our crew is nowhere to be found to back us up. So it's up to us to beat these guys down and then, I guess take the bar back. Once I leave, wouldn't these guys just come back? The Andreas Inn Tavern is now available to us. But now we can go and talk to the bartender, see what he has to say to us. Whenever we feel like it. Not yet. I want to continue to collect the items around the island before we do anything else. While wandering the island, we find a message in a bottle. We can open it to see what it says. This is number 9, a curious incident at sea. Upon my route to the West Indies, a curious incident aroused in me a revelation. It was a wanton act of violence that I witnessed, one that proved fatal only to its instigator, a pardoned pirate named Savory, who had come aboard to work off his debts as an honest Christian, yet died a devil full of drink after mistaking the reasonable adjurations of his fellow men for insults. He was taken by a self-inflicted pistol shot sustained as he attempted to load his piece in preparation for the first of 6 duels which he had arranged as challenges against our group. All of us were sad for his misfortune, but none were sorry that our crew grew quieter in his absence. And yet, at seeing the poor chap wound himself so, and witnessing the blood freely flowing from his body, a notion sprung upon me like an idea long dormant, already within me, yet awaiting a chance to reappear. Thence came the phrase I had heard before, springing to my mind, the code in their blood. Suddenly it was sensible to me, the code of life, like a shipbuilder's draughts in miniature, yet responsible for building each and every man and woman on earth. How was it that such an idea made perfect sense to me? How was it I understood already that which had no precedent in the most modern philosophies, the code of life in our blood? Imagine. The ideas swirled within me for many weeks upon that voyage, spinning in such a maelstrom of thought I could not articulate them. Now that we're done messing around on this island, we can find Kid and some of his mates over here. We can go ahead and talk to Kid about robbing that plantation.
Why, look! It's the bastard son of the late William Kidd. Still a mere boy, and yet 10 times the demon his father was.
Fancy seeing you here, Kenway. Still looking sleek and mean. Did you steal that costume from a dandy in Havana?
No, sir. I found this on a corpse. One that was walking about and talking shite to my face only moments before.
Huh.
So, what's this I hear about a planned raid on a plantation? Not keeping secrets from me, are you?
Not very well. Every day, schooners packed with sugar sail past, coming from plantations nearby. Most times they stop here, sell off a few crates. There's one man visiting today that'd earn you a fine profit. So if you'd like to rob his plantation, I'll point him out.
I would. Is it a Mr. Beckford that owns this plantation?
That's the man. He owns dozens round these islands, and he's bloody rich.
Just the sort I like to see robbed.
His agent is around here somewhere. Find and follow him, and he'll lead you straight to your prize.
Well, this will be interesting. We've seen Mr. Beckford's name around before, and it seems like we're pretty close to his associate. And there he is.
It gladdens me to hear you're saying so. But despite the waywardness of your enterprise here, I understand that you are men of discernment.
Alright, we can follow him around. I mean, there's not much on this island, so if there's a ship out there, it's probably his, or mine. And that seems like a Spanish ship there. So I'm gonna assume that he's going to that one. Why you keep stopping, dude? Keep going.
What's your story?
Don't talk to me. I'm sad about something. Yeah, you know what? On second thought, I'll stay.
What's the matter? Are you lost?
No, leave me alone. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, just stop doing that. Just keep walking. Who does that?
Manning, to me, we've done with this place.
Aye, sir. What's our course?
We'll return to the plantation and there take stock of our inventory. It's a good harvest this year.
You might not talk so loud, sir. This ain't anything like a friendly port, Ken.
Nonsense, man. I had a delightful conversation with the chap just now. We came to cut and
As you say, sir.
all up and unfurl, boys. We're going home.
Alright. Let's get back on the jackdaw. Bye. It's like right here. I guess it wouldn't be uncommon to see another ship. Maybe uncommon to see the flag that we had flying on the top of it from our mates Thatch and Hornigold, the old black flag. Yeah, see, there it is. They're happy about it.
Captain's helm! Captain, you have the look of a man crafting a bold idea. Look I've seen before.
You mark well, Annie. I've just overheard one of the Beckford's men talking grandly about his plantation and all the cargo he's keeping, and it gave me the idea that I might take these goods off him and sell them off for a better price than he'd ever ask.
Ah, a man of vision. I like this idea.
We're gonna avoid that man of war.
Hold, Annie. There's trouble afoot.
I see them.
And it looks like we've entered a restricted area on the water here, which
As much sail as you can!
looks to me like we're gonna have to avoid the ships in the area that happen to be turning about and looking for trouble. Hopefully we can do that. They don't have too much of a line of sight here. Well, not a huge one at least. So we should have hopefully little trouble doing this, getting through these guys. We are getting a little far away from our target, but
warship closing! Cutter! Royal Navy! They're all alone, sir!
yeah, I'm not too worried about them. We just got to get to our guy here.
This man's working for Peter Beckford's people. Do you know them? The Beckfords and their sugar empire.
Aye. The Beckfords and the Draxes. I never worked their plantations, but I knew their names from hearing other men curse them.
But you work the plantation, no?
A modest one, aye. As a striker in the boiling house.
Boiling house? Was it water they boiled? Or something else?
Cane juices. It's a hard process making sugar. Dangerous, too. Must be why it fetches such a dear price.
What's it like? Toiling on a plantation day and night.
Well, with the cane sugar cut and harvested, it's run between two metal rollers across the juice from the plant. After collecting the juice, it was time to boil away the waters from the sugar. This we did in tatches with copper. Let me tell you, brother, boiling sugar is near the hottest thing on earth. Just a touch on the skin, it will stick like birdlime and burn on, leaving a terrible scar.
Jesus. It's a risk to anchor too close. Soldiers roaming the plantation will catch us for sure.
Drop here then and sneak ashore. We'll look after the jackdaw.
I mean, it's right at the docks. This is pretty much as close as you can get. It says we gotta sabotage alarm bells. And we've already stayed out of combat for the water portion. Sailing portion. I think we can stay outside of the area until we get close enough. And here we go.
What's happened here? Why such disarray?
Bit of a do, sir, that's all. It's Wilmington's birthday.
And you saw fit to get pickled on duty.
No bother, sir. We've everything sorted.
We'll soon see, won't we? For you must double the watch this evening.
Doubles, sir? Whatever for?
I believe I was followed here, young man. By pirates, in my eyes on me, though the ship was uncommonly large for such rascals. Certainly wasn't slavers, though, not a ship that size. In any case, double the watch. And keep your damned eyes wide for anything suspicious.
In hindsight, I think they were talking about getting too close to the other ship.
You up there! Look alive, man! You've a job to do!
Apologies, sir. I'll keep my eyes peeled.
For God's sake, what the hell is going on here today? How do you suppose you'll be able to ring that alarm if you're piss drunk and barely able to stand? I'd like to speak to the man in charge here. I require entrance to the warehouse. Which of you dogs has the key to the warehouse, huh?
Next up, we can learn about these plantations. This one's a sugar plantation, of course. Lucrative sugar plantations were often centered on a manor house with attendant buildings. Their warehouses were often filled with valuable goods to be traded or sold by those unwilling to foot the bill. The notable examples are Cat Island, Matanzas, Newbone, and Tortuga.
Got the key, goddammit! Someone find me the key!
Oh, we'll find you that key.
Is there no one sober here? Fetch me the warehouse key, if you please.
Alright, I think while we're out looking for the key, we could sabotage some alarms. And hopefully thin out the guard a little bit around here. There we go, he almost caught us. Oof. I think that guard tower could be a problem. Oh gosh, yeah, really a problem. He's on it now. Perhaps we can just wait for him to turn around. Come on, man. There he goes. Okay, let's get this alarm. Are you kidding me? Turn around. So he what? Does these two corners and that's it? Well, he's left us no choice.
Interloper, raise the alarm!
Ah, great. That was close. You're next, guy. Because you keep moving like that. Oh my gosh. There's nobody runs in this world. Okay, let's head on up here and dispose of this fine gentleman.
It won't take long.
Get off.
Won't bloody lose me.
Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Maybe I can make it into that cart. Nope, not over there. That was the key guy. Right, there he is. He's running. Best go and get him. He's what, hiding in this field? Alright. Loop the key here. Perfect. Well, as you can see, we have tons of stuff to get here on the map. So, we're going to do all of that. And then open up this warehouse. Along with that, trying to sabotage these alarms here. So, we'll be right back. As we're running about, we can climb up this tower here and get a good look at the plantation from overhead. That should open up some of the map for us. You can see what we're dealing with a bit better. Okay, we only have a couple of things left that aren't in the restricted area, so we can crack this warehouse baby open and see what we got. 20 wood, 35 metal, 35 cloth, 20 rum, and 25 sugar, and 400 reals due to our no ring bonus. I also learned that at the end of these, in that little blurry screen, it won't continue to this screen sometimes, and you have to leave and do it all over again. So that's nice. It's like a nice little glitch that they have here. I don't know if I'm supposed to push a certain button, but I got stuck there. Anyways, as you can see, the only thing we had left is that Mayan symbol, and our next objective is down to the south. Since I don't know anything about the Mayan artifacts that we collect, I'll leave them until I do know more. But with that job all done, we can sail up out of here. Free as a bird. Turns out our next objective is on this small island over here. So we can park and explore the island real quick before starting our next objective. Upon getting to the island, we find that we are on Salt Lagoon. Well, I think we can start by getting this nearby viewpoint. After a little bit of exploring, we can come up on this corpse, skeleton rather, and he has a treasure map with a windmill on it. Decent landmark. Turns out you can't kill all the animals. Not that I was intending to, I just wanted to know if I needed to do so to get whatever achievement or whatever. But the sea turtles and the herons can't be killed. And we get our last chest. And we've completed everything we can on the island, so let's go over to our main objective. Our boys here, sitting around the fire. Randomly on this island with none of their ships in sight. It's a little bit odd. But we can go and talk to him either way.
Here's to our pirate republic, lads. We're prosperous, free, and out the reach of kings, clergy, and debt collectors.
Near 500 men now pledge their allegiance to the Brethren of the Coast in Nassau. Not a bad number.
Truth. Yet we lack sturdy defenses. If the king were to attack the town, he'd trample us.
Then let us find the observatory. If it does what these Templars claim, we'll be unbeatable.
Not that twaddle again, can we? It's a story for schoolboys. I mean, proper defenses. Steal a galleon, shift all the guns to one side. Would make a nice ornament for one of our harbors.
It will not be easy to steal a full Spanish galleon. Have you one in mind?
I do, sir. And I'll show you. She's a fussock, she is. Fat and slow.
The jackdaw handles nice. Pinched her from the Spanish, was it?
Aye. In the midst of a hurricane.
Just before the treasure fleet was smashed against the shore.
Was the haul aboard as rich as men are saying?
1,000 times that. I reckon £1 million worth of reals was sunk that day.
Devil love a hurricane. Might have a dive there one day. See what we can rummage up.
Diving them wrecks would be a nice change of pace for us. No need for violent actions against merchants and such.
Well, that's some soft talk coming from a pirate. And as it happens, I mostly agree. We'll save the clashing of cutlasses for the military. And them that get in our way.
Alright, gotta go find us a big fat ship. It's gonna be pretty fun. Looks like there's kind of a storm off to the, well, the front of us. I guess we're gonna go right into it. And there's the rain. Alright.
Easy as she goes. No telling what you may find out here.
Like staring through a waterfall.
Don't soil your breeches, lads. I got this.
I think that if things would have gone a little bit differently, and these guys had a different mindset about them, just slightly different, I think a pirate republic could have been viable. I think that a nation kind of needs these laws in place, and they need some way to protect themselves and others. A nation of pirates maybe not be able to do that. You know, you need kind of a military or at least a law enforcement organization.
That ship's a monster. Look at the size of her.
Aye. We'd not last long face to face with her. Hear that, Kenway? Keep your distance. They'll strike when fortune favors them.
The cover of darkness, most likely.
Aye, it may come to that.
Either way, we should get closer and keep an eye on our prize. Make sure she doesn't get too far away. Hopefully she doesn't get struck by lightning. Probably the tallest thing out here on the water.
Trim the yards off the wind. Ease the spanker. Hold out.
And we've really got to watch out for that line of sight she's got on her. Not to mention all the other boats sailing around here, waiting for us to be seen. Wow, during that storm, the wind seems to be whipping this way and that. So they keep having to slow down and speed up. I want to stay close enough to where these other ships don't turn and spot us, but far enough away that he doesn't turn and we're right in his line of sight. We're about out of the storm now. The wind is shifted back to mostly the east. Oh gosh, that was close. Gotta stay behind this big boy.
Let's get moving! Who's topsails, gallants and royals? Trim the yards off the wind! Party now, my trumps! I've not haze you.
I think that our ship here has the good fortune of having respect for Oddwally and each other on board for the most part. I think they take him as a leader, which in real life I don't know if that would have been the case at the time. You know, if you're good at what you do and you're not leading guys down the wrong path, I don't see why that's such a big deal. But back then, it was a different time. So he probably would not have really been respected by these fairer gentlemen.
Charles, reckless as they come.
An old friend of yours.
Not a man I call a friend. But I've been doing this kind of work for so long, I can't respect the man.
Trim us off the wind! Who's the captain?
Alright, seems like we're getting some mortar fire here. See if we can't pay them the kindness in return. They have a lot more than we do. So yellow means that they're set in the spot that they're going to fire. Red means that shells are coming down range. More mortars. See what we can do about this ship here.
Charles Vane, slinking off with his tail between his legs. That's good news, yes. Bleeding bastards! What the you with a shot? Get the galleon! Set it easy! Breaking up, jeez! Fire! Go to the tree! Fire! Here it comes! Fire! 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 Fire!
Gosh, there's a lot of these little ships. Hope we didn't lose our prize there.
Mains out, let's go! All top! Fire! Fire! Ready to fire, sir! Fire! Down, all sail! Incoming fire! 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 Down to planks! Down to the tree! Down they go! Fire! Fire! Anchor away!
She's sailing for that island.
I know the place. A natural stronghold used by a French captain named Ducasse.
Julian Ducasse, the Templar.
Name's right. Didn't know he had a title.
I know the man. And if he sees my ship, he'll know it from his time in Havana, meaning he may wonder at who's sailing her now. I can't risk that.
And I don't want to lose that galleon. Let's think on it. And maybe wait till it's dark before hopping aboard.
Well, that was quite the battle. But I think that we're going to have to end this episode here. We'll probably end up doing some things before nightfall while we wait. and get back to the main quest when that comes. I know that there's like a time lapse or whatever, but you know, whatever. We can explore some nearby islands while we're waiting and whatnot. And yeah, but either way, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you did make it this far, yeah, please do like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube things that YouTube people ask, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Tell your friends or whatever. I don't care. But yeah, please do comment. You know, just whatever you're thinking. Whether it's about the video game, or just what your thoughts are for the day, and make a point to either comment back on it or say something on the video. But yeah, I hope you have a good day, night, whatever that might be at the time, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Bye for now.